What is up, family? Jimmy here again. For those of you that are new, welcome to BPO. This Big Pips Only, right? This is a weekly outlook for what we will be looking at within the next few days and incoming week or so. So, starting off with the first pair, GBP CHF, the British pound to the Swiss franc. Looking at it on a monthly time frame, okay, guys and gals, we can obviously see that it is rejecting, right, this very strong zone, right? We have it rejecting here, resistance, right here comes support, and it goes on and on and on like that, right? So if we go ahead and switch to the weekly time frame, okay, we can see a W formation, right? And we know, right, if you guys have studied all the educational content inside of Big Pips Only, you know that after a W formation, the market is supposed to come back and reach the neckline, right? So let's look, and I already marked up the neckline, okay? Let's just go ahead and look at this area in the past. Wow. Does history repeat itself or what? And I'm not gonna continue to go back, but you guys get the gist, right? You guys and gals. These are smart people. So okay, so that is GBP CHF on the weekly time frame. Now, going even further down and switching to the daily time frame, you can see we had this great impulse, and price is starting to lose momentum. Okay, it's starting to go sideways. You see what I'm saying? So what I am looking at, let's go use this first. I'm going to look for price to come back up in here. Okay. This will be where I am looking to go ahead and sell from. Right. And this move right here would be, and let's not even highball, let's put it right in the middle. 280 pips. So that is what we are looking for this week on GBP CHF. Switching over to GBP USD. I know there's some of you in the group that like to trade this a lot. So I went ahead and marked this one up as well. As you can see, it is creating the M. GU and EU pretty much fall simultaneously. So that's why we are seeing similar price action with those. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch to the monthly. Okay. Peep the weekly. Okay. So here on the weekly time frame, this is what I see, right? I see another W formation. Okay, and it's starting to create that push to the downside that we expect to see after the W formation. okay? And we see it pushing down to that neckline. Okay, let me go ahead and delete this for now. No, that actually needs to stay. So it is trying to push down here right now to the neckline, okay? And at our weekly support, okay? So switching over to the daily time frame, okay? You can see that you have a daily support. That's actually this black line right here, okay? So what I believe is going to happen and what I will be looking out for us is a push down to this daily support, right? And then I'm going to be looking for longs up to our retracement, and then the continuation down to our weekly. Okay, this is what we'll be looking at with this pair. So this move right here, 65 pips, up 125, and then to around 250 is what the actual will be. It'll be anywhere from 250 to 235 pips. So total with this pair, we're looking at 400 to 500 pips basically. Okay. So, and you can pull out your fibs, and you can see these, right? And if this becomes the bottom, tracement up to the 38.2 or the 50 before the continuation down. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next pair. AJ. Okay, this is actually one that I called last week. So this is actually one that we called last week off of the daily and the 4-hour time frame. And we are in cells from here as well as the original cell around here, I want to say. So we're in from this region. The original call was from, I want to say, right above here. So it was like 20, it was like 75.24 is what I want to say the original call was. We sold down, came back up, and then we caught another entry off of 75.50 region, and that's the position that we currently have riding. So we are about, I want to say it's about 70 pips deep. Yeah, 65 pips deep currently. So, and we are right at that zone. So what I'm waiting on, and what I will be waiting on, because actually let's switch back to the 4-hour. If you see, we have 1, 2, 3 rejections. If we come back up here, I'd expect it, because if you look at it from the 4-hour, right, we still technically are creating higher highs, right, and higher lows, which indicates an uptrend. So we could see some continuation, but we're 70 pips deep. Stop loss deep in profit, right? So I'm not too worried about it. I'm actually going to drag this alert down here. So we're going to see what she does. If she does come up here and wants to reject this trend line again, we might even snipe another entry. If she wants to continue down, or if she continues up, I will be looking for safe entries off of a breakout and a retest of this trend line. Okay. So another pair that we still had running from Friday was AU. This one we had marked up on the 4-hour. right? And it was, and I thought this was thrown up, so we'll just do this really rough, really fast. I apologize. But we had this downtrend, right? Is what we were working with. And another one over here, we were looking for a break. We were looking for a break of this and a continuation to the upside, right? So we will be monitoring this one as well. And you guys in the group already have the in-depth markup of this, okay? So I'm not going to go too crazy in on this one, but we will also be monitoring our long and short opportunities off of this pair as well, okay? And then gold. I know I told the group this morning to stay away from it if you have under X amount of dollars, which I still believe that, guys and gals, because you will blow your accounts. But I want to give you guys the best analysis that I can, so that way, if you choose not to listen to me, you can still be in a better position than you were because you'll know more. Okay. So if you're on the monthly for gold, again, we can see another W formation here with our push to the downside. So there is our confirmation for our push down to our monthly target of 1446. Okay. Now, I know some of you that are not in my private group are probably wondering, okay, well, why did you pick 1446 as your monthly target, Jimmy? Well, let's pull out the fib and show you. Okay, so with our Fibonacci's, we measure off of the impulse to the high, because that's the direction the price moved. And we put our monthly target right above our 38.2. Boom, which it should be. Correct? Correct. All right. Not going to go too in-depth on that. So, switching over to the weekly time frame. Okay. You can see the same thing. What might have happened, I know even in my private group there for a little bit, we were looking for possible longs off of up in this region, right? And up here, we were going to look for continuation up to 1550 and possibly 1600. And it was showing it on the weekly that it was looking like it was wanting to continue to buy up this trend line, right? But without that continuation, that's why we didn't go ahead and go off of that. Okay. But you can see, I mean, it was showing, hey, we want to go up, and then it might have just been market manipulation to knock everybody out, right? But that's just off the weekly time frame, okay? Switching to the daily time frame. Right? So in the private group, you guys and gals should remember this markup. It was when it was this, right? We marked up the trend line and we said, hey, when a retest of this trend line hits in this region right here, we will go ahead and we will look for our short positions, okay? Fast forward. Literally, we had one wick come up to the region, and it looks like it went all the way to, 194.3, 194.2, and then boom. Okay, so this played perfectly. Even if you hesitated, we re-entered at this region here. For those that missed this region, we went ahead and we called a re-entry at this point. So if you caught the full move, you're up about 360 pips. And if you caught the late entry, you're still up, 200 to 250 pips, depending on where you entered at. Okay, so I know a lot of you that missed the move are wondering, hey, what's coming next? Okay, so what I recommend that you do is wait. Okay, patience. Okay, wait for this to hit the monthly target. Okay, and at some point, I don't know when, not the market, but at some point, it's gonna retrace. Okay, it always does. So at some point, this is gonna retrace. Okay, and whenever it does retrace, we have a spot to look for, right? And whenever it retraces, what you'll do is let's just use the monthly target as a bottom. Let's say it goes exactly there, okay? You'll use that as your bottom. Or wherever price ends up at, right? Wherever, say it goes all the way down here. Right? So let's just say it comes down here, all the way down here, and this becomes the bottom. Pull out your fib. Oh my god, why is my computer all fucked up? Boom. Okay? And then we'll look for continuation to the downside off of the 38.2, 50, or the 618, right? Off of the retracement, we will look for further continuation. And the only reason I say further continuation to the downside is because based off of the monthly and the weekly time frame, mainly the monthly, honestly, but price, it just seems overextended to the upside to me. And when I say overextended, so say for this W formation, the other side of the W's here, it's just overextended. Okay. And switching and going to the daily time frame, if you guys look at the last time we had a similar formation such as what we're looking for right now. Okay, what we're looking at is this. And this is a very rough drawing. I don't want to zoom in because I'll sit here and try to make everything perfect. Okay, but we're kind of looking at this. Okay, and we saw the same thing here. Right, we saw the same thing here. Right. And what happened? We saw price go down in this downward channel. And then one final time, right? 1, 2, 3 spikes. 1, 2, 3 spikes. Went down. Oh shit. Come back up. Come down a little bit. Right? It'll probably come back up. And when we start to look for longs, right? That'll be when we shift our bias and we start looking for longs. But I see it continuing down to the bottom of the channel before we have the major impulse move, right? And the last times that these happened, these types of moves, I guess you could say, happen, these bigger impulses, October 18 to February 19, May 19 to September, August 19. Okay, so that could be what we are seeing on gold. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. That is it for this week's weekly breakdown and what we will be looking for the week. These videos will be free. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns, or are interested in joining my private group, it is paid $25 a month. Okay, we teach you how to trade. We do have courses, and signals get sent out on an almost everyday basis. Okay, so that you are able to earn while you learn. Tell your friends, tell your family. Things are about to get spooky with big tips only. All right, family, y'all